Every so often, I'm recommended a game that takes me on a journey, one that makes me think, that makes me look for the finer details, to keep an eye out for elusive yet tantalizing lore. No other game has made me frantically hit that save and continue button more this year than an ever so mysterious game called Blueprints.
Wait, like building plan blueprints?
No. Blueprints. You know, as in Prince, who is the son of a king and queen kind of prince. Like the artist formerly known as Prince kind of prince.
Yeah, that's a little confusing.
Oh yeah, for sure. It most certainly is. But it tracks for this kind of game. Meanings, double meanings, meanings hidden in other meanings but end up meaning something else entirely. This game has got layers. Now, before we continue, I just want to make it clear that while I'm not going to be spoiling anything narratively, I will be giving you a lot of basic information that you would otherwise stumble into after playing this game a few times. Because you see, the game really doesn't explain anything in a linear sense. You have to discover these explanations and tips in various places within the game itself. So if you want to experience the game completely blind with zero handholding whatsoever as far as explaining the basics and functionalities of various things within the game, stop this video and go forth and experience the game yourselves. However, if you don't mind getting a little explanation on basic mechanics and how the game pretty much works, then watch on ahead.
You have been warned.
Thanks, Chip. We assume the role of great-grandnephew Simon P. Jones, a member of what appears to be a prestigious family whose great-grandfather had opted to leave him a sizable mansion in his will upon his passing away. And then, that's it. We're just gonna get tossed right into the thick of things with very little fanfare and a copious amount of mystery. As we search the mansion, we'll find clues about what was here before and the lore behind Simon's family. These clues will take the form of notes left on tables, envelopes, letters, all sorts of stuff that can be left on book casings, on tables, hanging on bulletin boards, and more. Regardless, our main objective is to find that 46th hidden room in this massive 45-room mansion. That's the only way the main character will be allowed to claim this mysterious place as his proper home.
Oh, well that's simple enough, isn't it, boss? Just search the mansion until you find the hidden room.
Now, see, under normal circumstances, of course, child's play, baby town frolic even. However, just like the actual name of this game, all is not what it seems. When you search the mansion, you come to find that things are a bit weird here. Unlike any normal building where you open the door and the expected room is there, in here you actually get to dictate the floor plans of what you walk into next, and it's almost never the same. The game gives you the choice of 3 floor plans to choose from. This game mechanic is referred to as drafting. This is what happens when you interact with a door to move on to the next room. Oh, and you're gonna want to be 100% sure you want to use whatever door you want to use, cause once you turn that doorknob or handle, you're locked into choosing a room, whether you like it or not. Another thing you want to keep in mind is that each time you walk into a room, that's a single step used up. Getting down to 0 steps will result in your character passing out and having the game force you to call it a day. Which is basically retreating to the tent the main character has set up outside on the mansion grounds in order to get some sleep. Why not sleep in the mansion? Well, that's another one of Great-Granddad Sinclair's several stipulations. Not allowed to sleep within the mansion. And on top of that, once you decide to call it a day, you'll quickly find out that not only do you lose everything you've collected in your inventory, but the mansion itself will reset every single day. You'll get down to no tiles, no floor plans put down. You start from 0 every single day. Though there are very few exceptions to this rule. Some things are permanently unlocked. However, the game makes sure to tell you when this happens. Odds are if it doesn't note it as a permanent change, it'll most likely reset when the day ends. Make sure to check your tab menu regularly. You'll be able to track your inventory, permanent unlocks, and your current floor plan, which is essential in helping you plan on, well, whatever you want to plan floor-wise.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me that some kid inherits a mansion, that never stays the same on the inside on a day-to-day basis and is expected to find the expected secrets inside without any help?
Yeah, no, that pretty much sums it up, yeah.
That's messed up, man.
Oh, Chip, you don't even know the half of it. This game is brimming with lore. There's a whole complicated history between the owners of the house, the great-grandnephew, and his parents. Now, hidden all over the mansion in very specific rooms is sprinkled with a layered, complicated, and quite possibly tragic backstory that I refuse to go into because this is something that you gotta figure out for yourself. I mean, even I don't think I have all the pieces to this story, given that there's just so much to discover. And that's saying a lot because me and my friends are kind of obsessed with this game at this time, and they tell me that despite the fact that I made a significant amount of progress in my, 53 hours of playing this game, there's still so much more to discover. The heart of the gameplay is the rooms that you explore. There are all kinds of rooms, some that have clues, others have valuable items like gems and keys, others provide the mansion with whole functionalities that may alter the rooms in the mansion themselves. There are also dead ends. I hate dead ends. Mind you, keys unlock locked doors and item trunks, while gems are a secondary currency that can be spent to build rarer rooms that may sometimes pop up in your room drafting. You've got several kinds of rooms to choose from. Each one has a particular type that dictates what you'll find and any effects that it may have. Alright, let's see, you got your blue rooms, standard rooms that may or may not have something special about them. They tend to be the most common type that you get when you draft rooms. Violet rooms are bedrooms. You tend to recover a certain number of steps in these. Green rooms are, well, green. Yeah, you tend to find gems here, some spread gems all over the current layout, and most of them have plenty of places to dig in which you need a shovel for, and which you'll probably find somewhere in the mansion if you're lucky. Some also have game mechanic changing functionalities to them, so you want to keep an eye out. Orange rooms, which are hallways. You don't always find things here, but you may need to have a key in order to get through any of the locked doors. Gold rooms, which are usually shops, these are places you can buy various things from, entirely depending on the kind of shop though, so you're gonna have to make sure you read those descriptions well. And my arch nemesis, red rooms. These rooms rarely offer anything good except for maybe some lore if you're brave enough to explore them. However, a majority of them have negative effects that only serve to make your exploration harder to some extent. There are other types of rooms that you can discover as well, but I'm gonna stick to those for now. Those are the basic rooms that you're gonna be running into off the bat. And I feel like finding other types of rooms is more suitable for your own adventures.
Okay, so there are some rooms that have stuff in them, while others can be empty, right? How do you know what rooms to really investigate and which rooms to blow past?
That's the thing, Chip. You really can't.
Whoa. What do you mean you can't?
I mean, you can't. Not if you want to maximize your experience in this game. Even if a room doesn't contain something important to the story, it may still hold some helpful items like gems, keys, or fruits somewhere. Fruits will give you a little bit more steps. Oh boy, and let me tell you, sometimes this game really likes to tuck these things out of the way, so it's worth it to at least take a meaningful glance at a room before proceeding forward to the next one. Oh, which reminds me, write everything down. I can't stress that there's an ungodly amount of lore, filled with secrets and details that will come into play later on in the game. You may find an interesting clue that can lead to solving one puzzle, only to find that another aspect of that clue leads to the solution of another puzzle, and then it applies to an actual lore about something that you never knew about a character within this whole setting. It's maddening. Now, some things change within these rooms as far as decor or strategically placed items, while some don't. Some play a vital part in solving a puzzle, which is baffling because some of these clues have been staring at you in the face since day one. Again, you'll find out just what these puzzles and solutions are when you get far enough into the game. And speaking of which, getting far in the game itself is astonishingly difficult. You have a 5x9 grid to work with, and you can only place rooms in that grid, And not only is the drafting random as to what rooms you get to choose for to place down onto whatever you're headed, but the higher you get to the main goal of the, the antechamber, the higher the likelihood that the doors are going to be locked. You can't get through a locked door without a key, and you won't always find enough keys to unlock everything in any given run. The likelihood of getting useful items is about as random as the kind of rooms you get while navigating the mansion. Speaking of items, there are special ones that help in a vast array of ways. These items can reveal other items, serve as special ways to unlock doors, or serve as perks that may help give you an advantage when exploring the rooms in general. They tend to either be littered around certain rooms or can be purchased at stores. Same thing goes for food, by the way. And make sure to keep an eye out for food and bedrooms. Both replenish your steps to a certain degree, and so they can be really helpful when the layout to your mansion gets really big.
Try to get to the antechamber, look for food, keys, and gems. Got it.
And that's it.
What do you mean that's it? Isn't there more to this review?
Oh, there's plenty more to this review. I mean, we haven't talked about the ridiculous deep lore that lingers all throughout the various rooms that you unlock, weaving a narrative that's more than just a great-grandfather having left his seemingly reality-bending mansion to his great-grandson as his only heir.
Well, out with it!
But I can't.
Why not?
Because doing so would be an immense disservice to anyone who would actually want to give this game a go. Half of the fun is piecing together the story that adds layers onto what's been presented. Oh, and don't worry about this game being short either. Lots of gameplay to be had, and it's not just because you have to restart day after day. There's a considerable amount of things to find, not just in the mansion, but in the surrounding grounds as well.
Oh, I see. So a major aspect of this game is the mystery it entails. Couple that with the RNG game mechanic of randomly rolling floor plans to put down, and you've got yourself a mystery that constantly changes every single time you play it.
Precisely, my dear Chip. Hence why, even with a ton of the lore planted within my brain, I wanted to leave it to our viewers to give it a go and have a crack at the mystery themselves. Oh, and don't worry if some of the mysteries are a bit hard to piece together. They got an official fandom wiki if you're ever stuck on something. Though, I think my only gripe with the game is that some of the puzzles are honestly extremely obtuse. While it's true that some of the puzzles require you to leave the room that they're in and come back because the other half of the clues are in some other room entirely, for some puzzles, even with everything in the room, it can be hard to piece things together. Some of the clues expect you to do some real out-of-the-box mental gymnastics in order to come to the conclusion that they want. So at least in my opinion, look, there's no shame in taking a peek and looking for some help. Alright, that's everything I can think of without spoiling the heck out of this game. So do yourselves a favor, if you enjoy a good hefty mystery and like a little dungeon crawling as well, I can't recommend this game enough. Thanks for watching this video. If you like what we're doing here, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button so you know when the next video comes out. And remember,
Stay safe and keep on gaming.